What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and thank you for tuning in for another fantastic video. Today, we're looking at Palantir. If you haven't seen that, this stock is up well over 20% just today, up $5 today as we're currently talking. This stock has just continued to climb. This stock just a couple of weeks ago was like $8 or $9, and it's just been skyrocketing. It came on Wall Street Bets, one of favorites stocks. It is literally blown up on the sense of larger funds getting into it, ARKs in it. There's other funds that are adding it to their portfolio. George Soros had some kind of larger position in it as well. So this is getting a lot of notoriety in the sense of this stock just really exploding. Is the valuations a little lofty? I don't know. I don't care. I'm looking at the charts. We're going to be looking at some interesting options activity going out at ticker symbol PLTR, and we'll just kind of go with the flow with that. So let's go ahead and just jump into the main screen here. So currently we're going to be looking here on PLTR options flow. As of today, there was a large options trade. Some hedge fund most likely betting very large here, 3,300 contracts for about $8 a pop, going out all the way to the January 21st, the year 2022. So that's a long ways away. This bet totaling around $2.6 to $2.7 million with that trade. Again, that's a pretty large trade going out that far ahead on really seeing that to potentially come to fruition. Again, larger options trades, again, if they're in excess of nearly a year, they're called leap. So they're buying these really longer dated leap options to potentially protect their position, to do less of a capital requirement instead of owning the stock. They're basically owning well over 33 more than that, it'd be like 33,000 shares of the stock, because it's simply just by calculating. So if you're not familiar with options, for every one options that you hold, it's equal to 100 shares. So they own fat fingers, times 330,000. Holy moly, I can't do math right now. The FYI, I don't know if you can see on the face thing, I ran into a tree the other day. I was taking a walk and I was looking at some stocks, pinging around, and this tree just it was on the path that I was walking on, and I knew it was there, but I was looking at my phone. I was super intense on trying to look at I believe the stock was Snap or DocuSign, and my brother was asking about it, and no, sorry, it was Fastly. He was asking about Fastly, and I was trying to reply to him, looking at the chart while I'm walking at a brisk pace. Badonk. Nice little shiner there on the side of the head, but that's fine. We'll have got a little bit of a headache from that, but that's fine. You live and you learn, right? That's not the first time I ran into a tree. But anywho, sorry to get off track here. So let's go ahead again, looking at this options about, again, large position here. So so the overall position again is about 2.7. So if we go back to the calculator, so for example, if you wanted to own that many shares, so it's this, I can't type, that's a headache. That times, what's the current stock trading at, like $28, okay? $28, that would cost you $9.24 million to own the shares as of right now, but you can do a simple cost reduction by owning the leaps further out. Again, these leaps are not tremendously far out there. Again, they're a little bit they're a 60 delta, so it's not really the largest comparison. So if we go all the way out to January 21st, 2020, they're buying the $40 ones, and that's a delta of 60. But if we move this up a little bit to like a delta, let's say like the $10 strike price, then we're going to be talking some interesting stuff. So this is where it kind of comes into using capital wisely. So if we go back to here, we do the 3 times, what was the price? Sorry, there's 3. I'm doing the options right now, so it's going to be 3. Dang negative. So 3,300 times, and like the $10 ones is going, let's just say for $20. That's not too bad. Then times that by 100, That's still a reduction of about $3 million that you don't have to put up. Again, buying these options leaps, you can see the amount of premium that comes in those options, holding leaps compared to holding the options, the stock as well. There's certain benefactors of holding stock if there's a dividend in play, but in this particular stock, there isn't currently a dividend. This chart is absolutely insane here. You can see this, literally the rocket ship from PLTR. Let's just kind of get rid of these fibs real fast. Again, this stock, like we just talked a little bit ago, but 2 weeks ago, was around $8 to $9. Okay, folks, it was a newer IPO coming on the market. People kind of scoffed at their earnings, kind of give it a little blindsidedness, but this is still holding. This is just a tremendous looking chart. Like holding between the 5 and 8 moving averages. If you're talking about something going parabolic, this is a textbook demonstration of what something going full bananas, as they say. With the 5 and 8, again, the 5 and 8 on the daily chart are the key indicators of a fast, very aggressive momentum stock. And again, you're seeing that pattern coming here. Barely, it's not even touching the 8 EMA on the daily side. So that's not, I'm not saying that's concerning. That's just meaning like this thing has jet fuel on it and it's just flying. With that being said, we can kind of look back at some of these fib numbers. We talked about some potential price targets being $20. But we didn't think that $20 was going to be hit within 2 weeks or even a week after earnings. And then by $20, it went from 20 to 26 in 3 days. Like it hit a high of today at 30. The next Fibonacci retracements that we're looking at is around 36. I'm not saying that can't happen, but I'm saying like we are running at a very fast, brisk pace, and this is potentially going into some really insane potential movements. With that being said, usually with something that goes this extreme parabolic, there could be some selling on the other end. We just don't know when, we don't know how or how many, but people, if the emergency button does get hit, the parachute does get pulled, in the sense of people wanting to get out, collect their profits, the short-minded traders, the ADHD traders, the Robinhood traders, whatever you want to group those folks as. Not, again, I have ADHD or probably for some sorts of it, but with that, PLTR is really something that has just been an anomaly, and it just continue to run. There is a lot of options buying going forth. We can see that with a lot of these different open interest on these larger dated contracts. Huge open interest way out, way out. Again, the $40 strike prices just came basically online not too long ago. Like you can see that open interest just today, that huge open interest that just got really scoffed up, was added substantially to the stock. Again, really pushing this to the next level, really making this a astronomical amount of potential to go higher or come down for a little bit of a crashing mentality. With that being said, some key takeaways we want to look at here, some particular levels of support on the way down or potentially up. We talked about $30 being the next overhead resistance, and the next targets potentially being the 36.84 to the upside. To the downside, the short-dated support is really going to come down to the 3 EMA here, 5 EMA here, sorry, coming down to around the 23.19, 23.20. Again, that's going to be more of a day trading kind of basis. So maybe a week trend kind of basis is going to be looking at 21.15, and really going to be looking for some more initial support around $16 to $15 for the downside, kind of in between the 21 to 34 MA, because that's if all the cards kind of come down and you just get a mass exodus of people wanting to leave the building, that single file line is going to get crushed, and that selling is going to really continue. Again, I'm not saying this is crashing or whatsoever, but this thing just have to be 100% truthful with yourself of like, hey, this stock has run up so much. I'm not saying it's not worth it. It's not doing anything, but there's going to be a time when people want to take profits. And would you be mindful of get some mental stops, get some mental acknowledgement of where you could see these potentially coming down. So that being said, I hopefully this was educational for you, and I hopefully catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you again for coming out and checking out the channel. Again, this is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace!